Hi everyone, I'm Evie. What I have for you guys today is the no-bake cheesecake with the lemon glaze. So stay tuned for the ingredients. Okay, like I said, 2 room temperature cream cheese. We're gonna add our condensed milk. And I'm doing this by hand. I didn't want to bust out my big wow, sorry, my windows are open. I didn't want to bust out the stand mixer. And I had the manual one. You hear the ridiculousness? So, like I said, I had one, but I gave it to Punky because Punky boys like to bake a lot. So, we're gonna add the whole zest of the lemon. How's everybody doing? I'm glad I'm working on this video now because I don't have Cookie's boys today, my grandbabies, but I will have them tomorrow. So, roll your lemon, guys. Let's get the most juice of it as we can. Let me do my teaspoon of vanilla. I was already forgetting it, of course. Just 1 teaspoon, which measures is the same measure as the cap, okay? That's how people do it. So now we're gonna cut up our lemon, and I'm gonna juice it, but I'm gonna juice it in here, and then we're gonna add the whole 4th cup, okay? Okay, I've already squeezed my lemon. Here goes 1/4 cup. And oh my God, if you have a cut, be careful because it stings. So I'm just gonna mix this by hand, and once we have it all nice and smooth, we'll pour it into our. By the way, this is a 9-inch, okay? This is what you're gonna be needing, a 9-inch. So doing it by hand is kind of hard. I mean, it's kind of messy too. I remembered Lisi borrowed Gabi her dinosaur, so we're gonna use this. So you're gonna have a lot of little lumps. You're gonna have to keep going at it until you have it completely smooth, okay? Okay, so once it's already completely smooth, we're just gonna pour it into our 9-inch pie crust. If you guys want to make your own, feel free. Add 1 stick of butter to 1 package of graham crackers. Grind that really well, and then just pat it and let it set in the fridge maybe for 15 minutes before doing this part. I don't like doing that. I think it's extra steps for no reason when pie crust is already made. Because I think this tastes better than when you make it yourself. I don't know why, but I prefer this one. If you guys find clear vanilla, use that, because you see this one looks a little bit tanned. It's because that this is that Mexican vanilla. I think it's pure. It doesn't say pure, but it doesn't say imitation either. So make sure you smooth this out really well. Then just put it in your fridge for about 2 hours until it sets really well, and then we will come back. Well, I'm gonna make the glaze first so it could set and get cold too, because you don't want to pour the glaze when it's hot. So I'm just gonna put this in the fridge for a couple of hours, and we will be back. Okay, so I have my cheesecake in the fridge. This is the ingredients for just the glaze. You're gonna need 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1/4 cup of lemon juice. You're gonna need the yolk of an egg, not the whole egg, just the yolk. 3/4 cup of sugar, and I already have 1/2 cup of water here. Only 1/2 cup. So we're just gonna put everything in here at one time, except for your egg. Oh, I have to squeeze that. Two tablespoons of the cornstarch. Okay? Then I'm just gonna squeeze 1/4 cup of lemon juice and put it in here, and then we're going to the stove real quick. Okay, I already squeezed my lemon, 1/4 cup of that. We're gonna give this a quick mix, and we're going to the stove. We only want, when we go to the stove, we only want to dissolve the sugar. It doesn't have to start to get thick yet. Because after that, we're gonna use our, we're gonna add an egg yolk in here. So we just wanna have the sugar dissolved in here, and then we'll just add the yolk. Okay, here we are at the stove. We're gonna put this on medium. Remember, we're just looking for the sugar to dissolve. We don't need it to get thick yet. That'll happen once we put our egg in here. Just keep moving little by little. Once you feel that the sugar has dissolved and it's warm, you should be good. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to break the egg, separate the yolk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scramble the egg yolk because we're going to temper it, okay? With the stuff that we have on the stove. I have it on the very lowest. It's almost, you can't even see the flame. But we're going to temper this really quick. Like I said, this has to be warm. It doesn't have to be melted or completely thickened out. Like I said, I scrambled the egg. I'm going to take a little bit of this. I'm going to add it here to temper it. We don't want scrambled eggs. So we're just going to keep doing this until it's warm enough to add to this. And then it starts to thicken. The reason we're using a yolk is because if not, it would be clear. And we want it to have like that yellow lemony color. So this is why we're doing this. And add a little bit more and then I'm ready to pour it over there. Guys, excuse my stove. Guess who's been cooking? The hubby. So once you have tempered your egg and it feels warm, just add it in here and start moving that around quickly. And here goes our little nice yellow color. So now we're just gonna keep going, mixing this and pick up the flame for a little bit. And once it starts to thicken and cook off, then we're just gonna let it cool off like for 25 to 30 minutes. And then we'll just glaze our cheesecake and put it back in the fridge for another 2 hours. Okay guys, as you can see, our glaze is completely done. It completely got thick on us. This is how we want it. I'm shutting it completely off. Then we're going to put it on a dish so that it can cool off for, let's say, half an hour. Okay? So I'm actually going to pour it on this little plate right here. So I want to be able to spread it so it can cool off quickly. Look at that beautiful lemon color. It is gorgeous. So I'm just going to have it spread out like this. I am going to put film wrap on that so it doesn't form a skin, okay? Cover it completely and make sure it's touching. Make sure it's touching so it won't form the skin. And just like that, I'm going to let it cool off. Maybe 15 minutes on my table, and then I'm just going to take it to the fridge. Okay? For the next 15 minutes. So 15 on the table and 15 on the fridge before we pour it on our cheesecake. Okay everyone, I took my cheesecake out of the fridge. It was only there for an hour. I gotta put the glaze on this anyways. And then the glaze, like I said, I had it on my table for 15 minutes. And then instead of putting it in the fridge, I put it in the freezer. And now it's nice and cold. And just take off your plastic wrap. Get rid of that. And then we're just gonna pour it right over the glaze. I mean, cheesecake. I already tasted the glaze, the one that was left in the pan. Delicious, delicious and lemony, guys. You're just gonna spread it all over your cheesecake. And it's so good and tangy. You're gonna love it. I mean, well, if you like lemon, you know. And I heard Lacey get home from work today. She only had half a day because she has to work Saturday. So of course we will be tasting this, but this video is going to be up tonight instead of earlier because we want to do the taste test. And I can't do it now because it still needs to set, okay? So guys, that is it. This is what it looks like. When we cut it up tonight, I will show you guys. Don't forget to put your lid back on and refrigerate it. Refrigerate it as much as you can. That's better. I mean, you could do it just in 2 hours. But I know we're going to be longer than 2 hours because we're going to the gym. How ironic, right? So I'll put this back in the fridge and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, everyone, I was about to say this is it for this video, but it's not. Like I said, later on, meaning for you in a few minutes, me and Lisi will come and we'll give it a taste test and let you guys know how it came out, okay? So thank you guys for watching. I love you. See you in a little bit. Bye.